Sian Cardino from GMA Corporate Communications. Good afternoon po. We have Good afternoon po. We have Carla Domingo from GMA Corporate Communications. Good afternoon, ma'am. We have Kyla Malig from GMA News Online. Hello po. We have Aaron Eusebio from GMAnetwork.com. Hello po. Hello. And of course, our bloggers and influencers, thank you for being here. We have Naz Tabares from Pelicula Mania, Hype Mania. We have Kate Adahar from Random Republica. Hello, good afternoon. We have Albert Abelido from Chicanes Ave. Hello po. We have John Bueno from Cumagao. We have MJ De Leon from Glitz.ph. We have Rocky Batara from TV series Chris. We have Megs Ramos from Cinema Bravo. Alan Sancon from Stars Photog.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon po. And Chad Rosette from the Manila Feed. Hello, good afternoon po. Thank you for being here this afternoon. May na-miss po ba? Wala man. Oh, we would like to welcome also, of course, Miss Edel Carag, Director of External Partnerships from the Department of Education. She's here today. Thank you, ma'am.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon po. And then, of course, we would like also welcome Henry Chu, the Global Marketing Director of Perkins Twins Inc., live from San Francisco, California. Hello po. Hello everyone, so thank you for being here. So our program flow po, what will happen is every time someone speaks, we will just turn off the video and then the cast will introduce themselves and then we can proceed na po to the questions from the press. Okay, so we're so excited po to see everyone here. It's what we have is the Kaibigan series, so it's a new youth series. Oh, wait lang po. I'm just submitting. So it's a new youth series and a few information about the series. So it's going to be aired on GMA 7 po this coming Saturday na. That's going to be every week, 8:45 a.m. Saturday sa GMA 7. It's a youth series. Kwento po siya ng apat na magkakaibigan who lean on each other to get through issues in life, to get through the lockdown. And the series is actually a spin-off from the movie. And the company behind it is actually here to speak about why they produced this series and what inspired it. So let's invite the CEO of Perkins Twins Inc. and executive producer Tarny Perkins, and the COO for Perkins Twins and supervising producer Daniel Dawal to talk about what inspired them to create this series.
Thank you, Gia. I'm so excited to be here, right? And I'll turn this over to Daniel in just a second. But just to give you a sense of what happened. So the derivative of this was 4 or 5 years working with the Department of Education where we were on the road and as a family, Jesse and Christian would also sing, and in between songs they would advocate no drinking, no drugs, no smoking, no bullying, just things that are important in life for young people. And during that time on the road, we realized that there was a real crying need to reach out to youth and also to families because there was a hurt there. There was a real soul hurt for companionship, for love, for direction, all those things. That is what spurred the movie Kaibigan, which came out on, actually, I think December 4th was when we had the premiere at SM Mega Mall. That was a year ago. That spurred the movie, and that the idea of the movie was to kind of showcase these issues that kids and families were going through in a very positive way, to give alternatives to kind of worldly vices. And then when we showed the movie on Good Friday on GMA 7, there was an amazing turnout of people watching it. And so GMA and we got together and said, geez, it looks like there's a great opportunity here for youth and families to really move towards a kind of a good kind of series. And so they asked us if we would actually do the TV series of Kaibigan. And that's how the TV series came about. So it was a long journey of 4 or 5 years, but it was a spectacular journey. We learned so much through the process, and we are so blessed now to give you this press conference. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Daniel Dowell, who's our COO.
Hey, thanks, Arnie, for the introduction. For those who might not know, Perkins Twins, we came up with this company with the sole purpose of providing content that has 4 main pillars, which is it has to be values-oriented, has to be family-friendly, has to be faith based, and the last is has to be God glorifying. So we're not like putting ourselves like on a pedestal. It was just like a vision that I think that was in our hearts. Me and Tani always talking about like how can we help change the generation or the next generation or the young people, because as you see, like the culture is shifting to a place where you could see more and more kids are being disrespectful to their parents, more and more kids are being affected by drugs and all this stuff that would, when you're young, it is something, adrenaline rush is kind of exciting. But if things go south on your life, meaning to say if you go to drugs, and you might have this feeling that you're in and that, but if it destroys your life, you end up either in a hospital or you end up dead. So we wanted to put out something there that could help the young people see something different and see something that would really help them navigate through life, whatever challenges they may have. Just like this Kaibigan series, it is something that four friends are interacting in this time of pandemic. How can they encourage each other? How can be a help? How can they support one another in this lockdown? So we came up with this TV series, and God willing, we could have more like series or movies to put out there in the next couple of years. So we are kind of starting with we started with the movie, and now we have the series. So yeah, God willing, it will go bigger. And we thank everyone for being here on the press conference. It's an honor and a pleasure for us.
One last thing, sorry, just real quickly. Sitting next to me is my wife, Tess. So this was a family journey to begin with, so very important that we show you the real derivative. It's all about family and all about youth. God bless you guys.
Welcome.
Back to Gia.
Thank you, Tarny, Dan, for that. So, yeah, so we would like to also acknowledge si Zenny Lastimosa, Ms. Zenny from the DepEd External Partnership Services. Thank you for being here. So with that, we would just like to show you again the trailer for Kaibigan, the series, coming this December 5 on GMA.
Hello everyone! I hope you're having a spectacular day! Ang saya ng buhay nun, no? My friends and I were having a great school year. We were enjoying senior high. We were having fun. Then BAM! Nagbago lahat. COVID-19 happened.
So what's gonna happen now? Di ko rin alam. Honestly, I've been worried lately. What do you guys think if we regularly met, check up on each other, keep each other on track during this lockdown?
Oo nga! Tama ka, David! Naalala mo ba na may kaibigan kami from our elementary days? She's back! Are you kidding?
Elementary crush ko siya noon. Pero focus muna tayo sa pag-aaral, di ba, Jay?
I would like to introduce you to our new teacher here in National.
Nice to meet you again.
Kung nandito lang po sana si nanay, sasabihin niya, salang yan! Life did not always go the way we hoped it would. Hindi maiwasang mabago yung mga plano natin, mga ginusto natin gawin. Pero if you look a little closer, kaibigan, there are the little things that still make life worth living.
Hindi pa tayo tapos! Tanda mo yan!
December 5, every Saturdays on GMA. Check it out, guys. Kaibigan! Thank you.
Okay, and the part na... Oh, I'm there. The part we've all been waiting for, we're gonna welcome the cast na po. So, he is one half of the Perkins Twins. He starred in the very first movie, Kaibigan, alongside Hollywood actor Stephen Baldwin. Also a recording artist, before under Universal Records and Star Records, and now releasing their own music. Currently an ambassador for the Department of Education and World Vision Philippines. To play David Santos in Kaibigan the series, here is Jesse Perkins.
Hello everyone! Magandang gabi na? Parang, okay, anyway. Good evening everyone. Ako po si Jesse Perkins. Thank you all for being here. We're so excited to tell you guys about this series. It's so much fun and it's awesome. So thank you guys for being here.
Thank you,
Oh,
Jesse.
I play David Santos pala in Kaibigan the series. He's kind of like I don't know if I'm supposed to say this now, but I'm going to say it anyway habang I'm here already. Parang he's the leader of the group of friends, and he's kind of the good guy. So he always tries to do his best to make the right decisions in life,
be productive, be a good student, be a good son, so all of those kinds of things. So ako po si David Santos.
Thank you, Jessie. And of course, you would like to introduce this next GMA actress. So she's known for Aswang 2011, Dahil sa Pag-ibig 2019, and Toda One I Love 2019. She's a GMA host and actress to play Ana Torres in Kaibigan the series. Here is Lian Valentin.
Hi! Hello po sa ating lahat. Good evening po to all of you. We're so happy po na makasama kayo tonight sa ating digital press con. And yun nga po, I'm Lian Valentin and I play the role of Ana Torres. So Ana Torres, the new one in the group of friends, and she's a shy type of person pero bubbly, syempre on the inside. So yun, I play Ana Torres, and yun nga po, I just want to thank all of you for being here tonight po. Thank you, thank you.
Thanks, Lian. Okay, so next one we'll introduce the other half of the Perkins Twins. Starred also in his very first movie, Kaibigan, alongside Hollywood actor Stephen Baldwin, also recording artist and an ambassador for the Department of Education and World Vision Philippines. To play Jake Anderson in Kaibigan the series, here is Christian Perkins.
Hello everyone, ako po si Christian Perkins, and I play Jake Anderson in Kaibigan the series, and we're super excited for everyone to see it. Malapit na. Thank you guys for joining us today.
Thank you, Christian. And last, but of course not the least, a YouTube vlogger and a beauty guru with more than 700,000 subscribers in your social media channels. She is an ambassador for YouTube Creators for Change Philippines, World Vision Philippines Youth and Education, the vlogger and content creator herself to play Kylie Kino in Kaibigan the series. Here is Janina Vela.
Hello! Magandang hapon po sa lahat ng press, media partners, and of course, everybody else who's watching. I know some of my Bella fam is here. Hi, Bella fam on the live, and my Divo Janina squad as well. I play Kylie Kino. So she is very hyper, very bubbly, but also I think of her as the glue of the group, always scheduling Zoom calls and making sure everybody's okay, going over and above for her friends. And I'm very excited for y'all to get to know her on Saturday.
Okay, so now we will open the floor for questions for the cast. Pero if you can say again something about your character, who you play, why you chose to play that role, and what are you excited about the series or about your role in Kaibigan the series?
Is that me first?
Anyone? Yeah, go.
Yeah, so yun nga, I'm David Santos. For those of you who haven't watched the Kaibigan movie, what's cool about the series is even if you haven't watched it, it's a very clear story, so you won't be lost now. Sino mga to? Kasi may mga flashbacks din and all of those things. But yun, I play David Santos. He's an athlete, so basketball player siya, star athlete, star student. So parang he's really someone we want the young boys, young kids to emulate kasi he's very determined, very focused. He stays out of trouble. He doesn't engage in mga vices. So that's my character. Yun nga, he's like the leader. And he tries to get the group together to encourage them and inspire them throughout the whole series. But he has his own problems too, so you guys watch out for that.
Anyone else? Lian, Christian, Janina?
Okay. Yun nga, nasabi ko na rin kanina, pero I'm Ana Torres. So, I'm the new one po in the group of friends. Ayan. Pero matagal na kami magkakilala nila David, Jake, and Kylie. So, ang pinaka-best friend niya talaga dito, si Kylie Kino, and lagi talaga sila magkasama. They're like sisters talaga. Sisters at heart, and kung magkakasama sila physically, talagang hindi na sila mapaghihiwalay kasi nakaglue na sila with each other. Pero nga, she's the new one in the group, and si Ana is a shy type of person, and medyo may struggle si Ana coping up dahil kakabalik lang nila from the province and she's still coping up sa mga nangyayari dahil nakabalik na nga siya dito sa city. And also, may pagka-bubbly si Ana pag nakilala lalo. Pero when it comes to her problems with the family, with the friends, and personal life is medyo may pagka-serious si Ana pagdating doon. Pero Ana is a fighter, and Ana is also mahilig din siya na mag-joke and mag-cheer up din sa grupo. Pero hindi ganun ka energetic, syempre, gaya kay Kylie. Wala pa rin tatalo kay Kylie Kino. So, ayan, yun si Ana Torres.
Yes, and again, I'm Jake Anderson in Kaibigan the series, and parang he's medyo bad boy siya in the movie, pero now I'm starting to get better. But we'll see. I don't know. You have to watch the series to see if I stay good, bad. We don't know.
Yeah, so again, I play Kylie Kino, and she, I think if I said bubbly a while ago, I think I could go with a different adjective and say that she's impulsive. So she, whatever comes into mind, she will speak. Whatever idea she has, she will do, which is a fun friend to have, but also a very interesting friend to have. And you'll see in the dynamic, makita mo siya sa mga conflicts ni, spoiler! No, sa mga conflicts ni Kylie with other people in the cast. And I think one thing that struck out for me with Kylie, it's something that I feel like I relate to as well, is kasi sobrang emotional ni Kylie. Sobrang damang-dama niya lahat ng mga emotion, to a point na parang laging roller coaster yung mga emotions niya, which is also a fun thing to play in Kaibigan, because as we were shooting as fast as we could, going from happy and super crazy to like crying and then to angry and then back to happy was very fun. But yeah, she's a roller coaster of emotions, but also she tries to hide some of those emotions, and it's kind of ironic, but it's a very interesting part of Kylie.
Okay, so thank you, Lian, Christian, Janina, and Jessie, for sharing something about your character. We will now open the floor po for questions from the press. I would like to acknowledge Miss Vic from People's Tonight. Thank you po for being here. So for the press po that are gonna ask questions, just turn on your video and then you can ask the cast directly. So anyone po can start. Yes, Miss Kate.
Okay. I want to ask the lead stars. Is this your first time working together? And did you audition for your roles? Anyone?
Yeah, it's our first time po working together. Siguro kay Jessie, Christian, and Janina, it's not their first time kasi magkakasama na sila sa Kaibigan the movie. Pero sa akin, first time ko sila maka-work and makasama. And ayun po.
So, what was it like bonding under the current situation? The restrictions and all.
Siguro ako na rin ba magsasagot?
Yeah, no. I think bonding was different because I had never met Lian. So parang nakita ko siya sa Zoom sa mga kaibigan meetings, pero I've never seen her in person. And also with the Perkins Twins, parang nakita ko sila sa movie, pero yung mga eksena namin sobrang maiksi lang, or wala kaming ganun ka it wasn't really a big scene where I could really chill, get to know them. And so we had a game night, I think when was that? A few weeks before we started shooting. And that kind of broke the ice a little bit, showed a little bit of the competitive spirit, which is always the best way to break the ice, to get competitive with one another. So we played Pictionary and we actually shared prayer requests even, just to get that deeper friendship so that we could have that chemistry that real friends have. So it's very interesting.
Yeah, just to add, it was super easy to bond with everyone here because everyone's super friendly. Parang we already knew each other. We were already super close. kahit we didn't, we haven't met so much in person, especially Leanne because she's new. Pero for me, the hardest to bond with was Jesse Perkins. No joke.
Same.
For Janina, we know you as a singer, vlogger, and I think this is the first acting project. Is this your first acting project?
Off YouTube, yes, I think so.
Did you undergo workshops for this? How did you prepare for your role?
Oh, I really wish I went through workshops for this show. But the Perkins kind of blindsided me with this show. They're like, "Hey, Janina, you're perfect," and I'm like, "Okay." So it was really a leap of faith, and kind of trying to prove myself, not just to whoever will be watching the show, but even to myself, because I never really like to box myself in one identity in one career, which is why there's a host, there's singer, there's vlogger, and so I've always been dramatic, and so I was seeing if I could turn that into a career. And so I hope I did well. They don't want to show me any of the episodes, so I don't even know if I'm good or not. So we'll see on Saturday.
Thank you. Congratulations, guys, and good luck.
Hello, good afternoon. Good evening. Yes, I'm Alan, Stars Potog. I just want to ask the four main cast, how was the experience doing this series on a quarantine time? Parang, di ba, parang medyo mahirap on your part, hindi kayo nakikita. Parang nakita namin sa trailer, parang more on parang on video call lang di ba? So how was it? How was the experience so far?
It was actually very interesting to shoot during this time. It's hard enough to shoot a TV series in general, pero lalo ngayon, di ba, with the restrictions with COVID and even everyone's just kind of paranoid in general. But by God's grace, actually, what's cool about this series is, of course, it's set during parang lockdown era, right? So everyone's mostly at home and stuff like that. But we have a lot of aspects of the story na families are interacting with each other in their homes, and also other characters who are struggling to find work. We follow their story, so it's not actually just Zoom, which is really cool about this, because it's a lockdown based series, but there's so much stuff going on here. It's 13 episodes, but all of them have their own unique theme or story. But by the end of it, you'll see that there was like a single thread pala of a plot that runs through the whole thing. So it was definitely challenging, and by God's grace talaga, everyone who, from the production to the actors, actresses, they were very accommodating, very professional, and it was just a joy to be on set with all of these people. We all knew what we wanted to do with this, and which is make something great, make something amazing, not only in terms of the story and the how it looks, how it feels, but the messages that will come out of this to really inspire people and encourage people. And I think that's what we'll show on December 5th.
I think interesting rin po, just to give you a picture, at least of how I shot my scenes. I think it's pretty funny kasi yung bedroom ni Janina, where kung saan ako natulog for the shoots, was 10 steps away from Kylie's bedroom. And yet, I spent more time in Kylie's bedroom than I did in Janina's. And these people talaga, they worked me so hard. No, I'm just kidding. But it was a very fun set of siguro less than 10 people, no? Or around that, like super skeletal workforce, in a small room, syempre naka-mask and stuff. But it was very interesting because when you're working with people, like with that little people, for that amount of time, you're really gonna end up becoming a family, and you're gonna end up joking around and wasting so much time joking around, which is, I think what was funny about shooting dahil nag-shoot kami, pero parang pagkatapos ng kada eksena may tawanan, or there's always gonna be a joke, there's always kulitan, which I feel like made the day longer, but it made the day a lot funner and more bearable because we were shooting so much. And so it was definitely a fun family set.
I just want to ask also, parang when I watch the Kaibigan movies, yeah, yung movie nyo, is this parang sequel of what the story? Parang sequel ba to or parang another story?
Yes, parang it's a sequel kasi it's set directly after the events of the Kaibigan movie, pero it's a completely separate storyline, and the characters, some of them are the same, David, Jake, and Kylie. So parang we're just following their story after the movie and what they're doing during the lockdown time. So parang yeah, it's a sequel talaga.
Last na lang on me, tanong ko lang kung, kasi maraming mga lesson learned, mga hope na nakita dun sa movie. Dito sa series ba, ano yung mga mapupulot ng mga manonood as they watch the TV series?
Yeah, I mean, I think I can speak na lang on behalf of the cast here, but it's very similar with how the movie went, where it was very applicable things. So not naman we're preaching to people or we're telling people how to live a certain life, but we're telling the story in a way na when people will watch it, they'll see, oh, I can live pala a fun life, a life full of joy, full of purpose. I can be a good student pala kahit I'm under lockdown. I can be a good son. I can be a good parent. All of these things are very applicable and very relevant to what people go through, especially the young people, how they're dealing with the different struggles that they have to go through. So, we tackle topics of anxiety, depression, how to stay productive, how to manage social media usage, all of these things that are like, very normal everyday life. We put it all in here so that when people watch it, they'll get a lot out of it. So, it's a beautiful script. Thanks to Gia for crafting such a beautiful script. But all of us, all of the actors and everyone were able to deliver really nice performances that get the message strongly across.
Okay, thank you and congratulations to Kaibigan series.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sir Alan, for asking. Thank you, everyone. So, ang next po natin na magtatanong is si Sir Rocky Batara from TV series Grace. Sir Rocky.
Hello po. Hello? Hello, I can...
Yes, Sir Rocky, we hear you po.
Yes po. Hindi ko ma-share yung video. Naka-disable pa yata. Hello? I can share my video. Because the host stopped it. Okay. Hello? Can I request to show the
Sige, Sir Rocky, will enable po your video.
Yes, okay.
There.
Yun.
Okay, Sir Rocky, yes po. Thank you.
Yes. So first of all, congratulations to Perkins Twins and to the whole production for making it a new TV series in GMA. So for my first question, GMA is known to be pioneering in different youth-oriented series or youth-oriented show, especially on the 90s up to the early 2000s. So my question is, how is it differ from the usual youth-oriented show we grew up with? Since we have different youth-oriented shows, di ba? So how is it different from the other youth-oriented shows that we used to know or we grew up with?
I mean, I haven't seen those shows that you're talking about, but they're very familiar that there have been a lot of youth-oriented shows. But honestly, it's very fresh, and I know that's very vague to say, but it is very fresh. Of course, a lot of the actors here are very kind of up and coming as well, but also just really in terms of the story, it's like it's. I don't even know how to describe it because it's so purposeful in its dialogue and its what's happening in the story, where people can really. It's not just okay. Sure, I'm watching something that's kilig or
Yeah.
great action or something like that. But after I watched, like, how does it apply to me? Like, what's the real purpose behind why am I watching this? And this series, it really has all of those things as well. It has romance, it has suspense, it has all of these different things, drama, but it's very relatable and it's very applicable, like I said. So I think that's. I'm sure those other shows that you're referring to do the same thing, but this one the purpose behind this is it's very purposeful, and I think that's what will set it apart.
Okay, thank you, JC.
I think. Oh, sorry.
Okay, sige, okay.
No, I think ako naman, I have seen other youth-oriented shows, but I feel like yung dahilan kung bakit tinake on ko yung role ni Kylie ulit sa series ay dahil nung nabasa ko yung script, nakita ko na sobrang intentional kasi yung show in empowering people. And like Jessie was saying, there are so many shows that entertain. And that's great. I love being entertained. And I watch Netflix all the time. But this show kasi, I fell in love with Kylie's character kasi may parang pagka-monologue siya in some episodes where she's really being deliberate on empowering others more than just entertaining. And I think that is what I fell in love with because you rarely ever get to see a show where they're always intentional about wanting to encourage, wanting to inspire. And aside from that, the characters are still very relatable. They're not perfect. Like, I know the characters sound really good, but I promise you, they have their own problems as well. So I feel like it's relatable also.
Okay, thank
Yeah,
you.
just
Yeah.
first, yeah.
Sige. Kasi pagdating sa mga youth-oriented shows, like before, when I was 9 years old, kasama ako mismo sa isang youth-oriented show, which is Tropang Pochi, sa GMA 7. So, I mean, alam ko rin kung paano ba yung mga story ng mga youth-oriented shows and talagang family-friendly and alam mo yun, talagang makakatulong sa mga kabataan, sa mga bata, and sa mga youth. And isa sa pinakamaganda kasi dito sa Kaibigan the series, it's based talaga from reality, ano nangyayari sa current situation natin ngayon. And when I read the script and talagang binasa ko lahat talaga, every episode, I mean, ang ganda lang ng gusto niyang ipakita kasi hindi mo alam na yung napagdadaanan ng bawat character is napagdadaanan din mismo ng kahit isang kabataan. Hindi man natin alam or hindi natin alam kung baka may nakakaranas ng ganong klaseng sitwasyon na parehas nung sa character namin. And talagang based siya sa kung ano nangyayari sa mga kabataan talaga and kung ano nangyayari rin today sa mga kabataan. So isa yon sa talagang nagpapaangat and nag-lighten up dito sa buong Kaibigan the series. So, yeah.
Yeah, and I think just to make what makes it different, I mean, our goal talaga is to inspire people through this project. So like everyone was saying, everything was done purposefully, intentionally, a lot of practical advice, biblical advice, and yeah, we just, it's a serious series, but it's a fun series din. So yeah, super relatable, and sana everyone can be inspired through it.
Okay. And for my next question, since this is a weekly series, does it have a different stories every week? Or the stories continuous within the cast? Meron ba kaming ma-expect na kada week iba-ibang story yung mapapanood namin? Iba-ibang tao, iba't ibang characters na isisingit dun sa regular cast since weekly series siya.
Yes, actually, unfortunately, we couldn't invite all of the characters today, but it's interesting because kami yung parang main characters kasi we're the Kaibigan, di ba? Pero we have a bunch of other characters who are just as exciting. Wow, I'm saying I'm exciting, but they're very exciting. We have a couple guys who are like a very comedic relief type of characters. So we have a bunch of fun, also dramatic actors. Dindo Arroyo's in this. He's making an appearance, and so it's amazing how much stuff pala you can fit into just 13 episodes. So every week it's a different theme. But like I said, by the end of the other 13th episode, you're gonna be like, oh wow, this gets intense. This isn't like a normal like teen flick lang or whatever. It there is a nice plot throughout the whole thing.
All right. And also, follow up on that, what is the inspirations of the stories every week? Meron ba siyang parang pinokos ba siya in real life or may pinagkuhanan ba siya na book or any inspirations ng mga stories na makikita namin kada week?
Yeah, I think the inspiration is just real life. That I guess it's set during this COVID era, so I guess that's our inspiration. Just this whole everything that's happening now, and we're trying to just show there's a way you can find hope during this time. So I guess that's our inspiration.
I think to more tangible examples. I'm not gonna super spoil it or name who, but then parang there are may usapang MU, gray area, may usapang may ano nga parang somebody is almost got COVID or has to get tested and somebody's sick, or there's also somebody who has, or obvious na to, but then best friend quarrels happen, or even smaller problems about productivity and laziness and having, or maybe, or for others having to provide. And so these are stories that Filipinos already know and love because we live it. And so we just wanted to put that on the screen so that Filipinos can look and say, hey, that's kind of like me. I see myself there on screen. But aside from that, add principles and values to it as well. Para you don't just see a mirror, but you see a mirror that kind of helps you and empowers you to overcome whatever you're seeing.
Alright, and for my last question na lang, para sa mga cast, can you share at least one best and memorable experience while doing the series? Kahit isa lang sa mga best memorable experience while doing the show.
Siguro yung pinaka-memorable for me is may isa kaming time na nag-shoot kami. Tapos, kasi more on Zoom, kung makikita niyo pa lang sa trailer, more on Zoom yung usapan ng magkakaibigan. And kung isipin niyo, paano kaya nila na-shoot yun, nilang apat? Pero, para lang, ito talaga yung pinaka-memorable eh. Pero we're shooting kasi in front of a camera na kunwari yun yung camera ng aming laptop and kausap namin sila. And may ginawa kami yung one time, mga Zoom scenes ko with Jessie is, ito yung camera, tapos may laptop dito, tapos naka-zoom talaga, pero dito lang kami nakatingin, pero naririnig namin yung boses ng isa't isa. So, isa yun sa pinaka-memorable and siguro is fun and challenging kasi like, minsan napapatingin ka sa laptop na hindi naman pala dapat. Pero isa pa doon is, mas sarap yung food. Char! Pero yun talaga.
Masarap rin yung food. But I think something that I wanted to add. So, these two boys, my profession is I am a content creator, or as some would like to call it, a vlogger. But these two boys in particular have been in denial the whole time, saying that you pronounce it vlogger instead of vlogger. And so sobra akong naiinis. Na I'm like, no, it's vlogger, it's vlogger. As in, medyo nag-quarrel, nag-debate kami on set for few minutes or even hours till dinner, ha? Na nag-away lang kami. Tapos inaasar lang nila ako the whole time. They're like, oh yes, Janino the vlogger, Janino the vlogger. And I think that is definitely memorable because now I don't like them anymore. Dati kasi parang, oh wow, they're my friends. That's so nice. They're nice boys. And then after they started annoying me, I was like, ayoko na silang ka-work. So, ito na po yung last time na makita mo ko sa Kaibigan this year. Just kidding. No, but I think, that's just a testament on how kind of close we got as we were shooting and how the friendship actually did, like, naging magkaibigan naman talaga kami at the end of it all. But yeah, that was definitely one of the most memorable experiences.
Yes, actually, yeah. But I'd like to say now, from vlogger Janina, she's become a very amazing actress. So is that my bawi na lang, Janina?
Tinawag mo pa rin akong vlogger eh, wala.
Yun. Anyway, but yeah, actually, like my brother and I, we were on set every day with both of these talented ladies here. So every day was a joy for us. But actually, what probably my favorite though was we went one of the episodes we go out of town. So parang it wasn't like a Zoom or just in our house. Unfortunately, we weren't able to bring the girls, but that was one of the episodes. So it was just nice. Like not only were we able to shoot stuff that's like outside of Metro Manila, but it just me as a human being, I enjoyed going out of the city just so we can get some fresh air, stuff like that. So that was probably one of my favorite parts. But honestly, every day was awesome, and working with both of them. Janina's joking about us joking around a lot, but they were a pleasure to work with, and yeah, I can't wait for more coming soon.
Yeah, and it's kind of cliche, but for me, like the whole experience was just super memorable. But I think it's hard to choose a specific instance because, like my brother said, it was just a fun shoot throughout. All the actors were amazing. So yeah, the whole thing was memorable for me.
So,
Okay.
all right.
Thank you, Sir Rocky.
Thank you guys and congrats.
Okay, for our next question, Sir Chad from Manila Feed will ask.
Hi.
There, Sir Chad.
Hi, congratulations. My question is, how hard and fun for you doing your character in this series? And how close your character to your personal life?
Oh sorry, do you want to go?
Yeah,
Okay.
and yeah, sure.
I think for me, for Kylie, sobrang familiar yung character. This is all the time. But sobrang familiar yung character ni Kylie. Kasi nakita ko si Kylie sa 15-year-old Janina. And I feel like anybody who has been following my YouTube channel for a while will recognize the bubbliness, the hyperness, as in sobrang extrovert si Kylie na hindi na ako ganun ngayon. And so, although like we were the same before, ngayon hindi na masyado. And that's why it was kind of difficult for me to put on that much energy and that big of a smile every time the director called action. Pero aside from that, I think something that I relate to Kylie is that she does not like negative emotions. And I think for me, that's something that I've been struggling with all of my life, where I like the happy, like let's be excited, let's be, bubbly and all of these things. But then when it comes to being sad or angry or anything that's not a positive emotion, she just wants to shut down and not confront it, which is actually one of the character developments that you'll see with Kylie, that she has to eventually confront those emotions. And I think that's a lesson that Kylie learned, and that's a lesson that Janina is continuously learning until now.
Ilang percent Janina si Jarina kay Kylie?
Oh no. But I would say it's pretty close. No, what did you guys say? Like 60, 70? It's really close, honestly. And kahit yung mga problema ni Kylie sa series, parang mga problema ko rin yun eh. So, very, baka 75 na nga eh.
Okay, for others.
Siguro ako, super, yung nabasa ko ng script, super similar si Ana tsaka ako. Yung pagdating sa mga personalities and the way si Ana mag-react to her friends and sa family niya, pag may mga problem siya, ganyan. Super talagang parehas kami kasi shy type si Ana, medyo may pagka-shy type na ako, hindi lang po halata, ganyan. Pero may pagka-bubbly rin ng slight si Ana, which is ako rin naman, pero pag may problema si Ana, she's really serious about it, and talagang nagpa-fight siya, which is similar din with kung sino si Lian. And siguro isa lang sa pinaka-challenging din sa pag-play ng role ni Ana is talagang ipakita na kahit anong klase ng problema, kahit anong napagdaanan mo, family man or friends or like personal, or dahil nga si Ana is nagko-cope up nag-cope up siya dahil kakalipat lang nila from dito sa city from the province. So may pagka-struggle siya with school din, 'di ba? With knowing again yung mga kaibigan niya na matagal niyang hindi nakausap and nakilala. Siguro isa lang sa challenge is ipakita talaga kung gaano ka-fighter rin si Ana. Ipakita rin na kahit anong mangyari, Ana, you don't give up. And you have friends beside you. And si Ana rin likes being with the company of her friends. Na ako rin, gusto ko rin sila kasama. Sila Jessie, si Christian, si Janina. Kahit twice pa lang kami talaga nagkakasama ni Janina. And konti pa lang yung times na magkakasama kami na Jessie and Christian. Pero yeah, may pagka-similar talaga si Ana Torres kay Kusino ko, kay Ian. Yeah.
Yeah, siguro for me, what's similar, I guess, Jake in the story, parang he likes to keep to himself, mysterious, doesn't like to let his emotions out so much. So that's kind of like me, I guess, in real life. But in terms of challenging parts, the most challenging part for me is that, Jake, he's all by himself. He does a series, but in real life, I'm always with my brother. So I had to be by myself for the first time.
Yeah, actually, ngayon din, I'm not with my brother. I'm like half energy tuloy. No, I'm just kidding. But actually, yeah, for me, I'm exactly like David because David is so friendly, he's so nice, he's so hardworking. No, I'm just kidding. No, but actually, it's interesting. What's cool about David is he's a character that I'm inspired to try to be like because he's the leader. He's very passionate about the things that he's into. He's a good student. He's respectful. He's just an overall pretty good guy. So I want to be more like David. And actually, it's interesting. Christian's character is more the bad boy here, and actually between the two of us, I'm a little bit more makulit than my brother. So that was a bit different than me being cast as David. But yeah, I think I didn't really have much struggle playing the role of David. It's just I was excited to play it because he's a nice character to look up to as an audience because he tries his best to do all the right things and he gets blessed as a result. Not the one that his life is perfect because he has his own troubles and problems, but it's just nice to watch someone on screen that you can try to aspire to be like.
Just since the series talks about or happened during the pandemic, for you personally, what is your realizations or how did this pandemic change you? Your the way you see things now and your perspective in life.
Parang Miss Universe question to, ah. Naput on the spot kami dito. No, I'm just kidding. I saw a quote, and I'm gonna paraphrase it hugely. But I feel like this is something that I'm learning now. It was talking about how this pandemic has showed you not all of the things that you don't have, but showed you to have gratitude for the things that you do have. And I think lahat tayo nakaka-relate dun. Kasi, actually, I'm writing a monologue for my video now. So, i-try out ko na lang muna dito. But, I wanted to talk about how parang ang dami natin mga pangarap and dreams and goals for this year. Ang daming mga plano na hindi natuloy. Mga pangako, hindi na panindigan. But then, this pandemic it didn't just show me the things that I was about to have but didn't. It showed me the things that I've had this whole time that I took for granted, and that I didn't pay that much attention to. And easily on the top of my head, that's my family. I've always been close to my family, but the bonding of being in the same house every single day, 24/7, is so different. And so getting to know or getting to know my brothers this way or my parents this way was such a blessing. And I know that with school and with work, I wouldn't have never gotten that opportunity. And I'm not trying to over-romanticize the pandemic or anything like that, but I think that's something that I'm really grateful for. It's the chance to be grateful. And I thank you. Pasado po ba?
Yes, no, yes. How about for others? And anyone would like to add?
Siguro ako, isa sa mga pinaka-pinarealize sa akin ng pandemic is um, to appreciate more. Yun nga, kung parang kay Janine kung anong meron ka kaysa dun sa mga wala ka. And also yung ano talaga, yung time with the family. Eh, kasi before, like, nung pre-pandemic, puro lang ako taping. Tapos, minsan, school naman ako dahil regular schooling ako. So, like, hindi na ako nakakatagal dito sa bahay. Like, nagagawa ko na lang siyang boarding house na dito lang ako natutulog, naliligo, and then alis na agad ako. And hindi ako nakapag-spend time more with my family. And simula ng pandemic, doon ko na-realize na there's more to life than like your school and your work. Talagang nandiyan doon yung family mo na, alam mo yun, na nandiyan lagi para sa'yo. And tapos na-realize ko to like, yung value rin, yung value ng family, and value rin ng, making yourself, like, grow more sa mga bagay na hindi mo usually talaga nagagawa. So, yun, talagang yung family talaga yung na-realize ko, yung family time, like, it's super valuable and you need to make time for it. And also, ang dami ko rin na-realize about sa sarili ko and sa mga kaya kong gawin. So, yun talaga yung na-realize ko rin this pandemic. Yeah.
Yeah, so for me, it's just, like what they've been saying, just be more grateful for things. Don't take anything for granted because you never know what's going to happen. So yeah, just continue to be more grateful for things in life.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going last, so I think you guys said it all. But yeah, it's just life is short, right? I think the things we have, material things, even our own health can be taken away just like that. So you just really have to be cognizant of the things that really matter in life. Yung mga material things, those things don't really matter. What's really important is your family, your faith. Those are the things that will stick. So yeah, that's definitely something I learned during this lockdown.
Thank you and congratulations in advance.
Thank you, Sir Chad. Next po natin magtatanong, siguro last 3 to 5 questions na lang po tayo. We have MJ De Leon.
Hello, good evening everyone. I'm not sure if you can hear me. Yeah. Most of the questions have been asked. Maybe I just have one question. Kasi in the age of social media, the making youth-oriented shows has really evolved. Parang different na siya from how we do youth-oriented shows from 5 to 10 years ago na wala pang social media. So for you guys, one of the objectives of maybe Kaibigan is, to teach the values to our young ones, to do good. And now that you also have your own social media account, how are you dealing with the pressure na parang you have to maintain that certain level of being a good example to your followers, to your fans, not just in the show, but also to your personal accounts or how you are in real life?
Okay,
Yeah,
okay, go. Jessie, you go. Mahirap yung tanong eh. Ikaw muna.
Okay, sige. Yeah, no, that's a nice question. It really is it's a hard balance to weigh those two things because you want to be trendy, right? You want to be like you want to do what everyone else is doing, but at the same time, number one, you want to be unique, but also you don't want to compromise, especially if you have convictions about certain things. So it definitely is hard, but you definitely have to draw a line as well, because if you don't draw any lines, then you're just going to be doing everything, and then pretty soon the line is going to be so far off the page it's not even visible anymore. So I think the beautiful thing about the actors and actresses in this series is that from what I've seen, how I know them, they're all men and women of conviction, of values, and I really appreciate about all of them. So I just think you have to draw the lines and you use the platforms you have to the best of your ability to inspire people, and that's at the end of the day, that's all you can do. And then you just let God work, and then you let the people take whatever you're offering with them, and they'll be the ones to decide if they like it or not.
Yeah, I think in terms of the connect or disconnect of being a good example and being you, I feel like it's scary if there is a disconnection because I don't want to, I'm not playing a role on social media. And I made that choice early on in my career that I am going to be who I am. And I'm not going to pretend to be somebody I'm not. And it sounds simple, but it has a lot of daily intentional decisions, no? But I think what comes into mind easily is integrity because integrity is who you are when no one's looking. And if I am a good example online, but I'm a bad example to my brothers, then I might as well not be a good example at all because that's not me and that's not honorable, that's not respectable, and that's not essentially God honoring. And so I'm a good example not because because it is intentional, yes, to be a good example, but I feel like I make sure that it overflows from who I really am and from the character that I am cultivating in private and cultivating within my home and not just on social media because social media is an overflow of Janina. It's not a part, it's not a role, and it's not fake, but it's really who I am, and I plan to keep it that way, being who I am and the good example.
Yeah, just add to what they just said. There's a a verse that says better to please God instead of please man. So it's like you're not supposed to just please people just for the sake of I want to look good for other people, but you really gotta like they were saying, you gotta live your life in a way that you just try to keep doing the right thing, not for show, but because it's the right thing to do. So if you have that mindset, then it makes it easier, I guess. Not easy, but easier.
Dahil nasabi na po nila lahat, ano? Pero I agree po sa kanilang lahat. I mean, it's really a big responsibility, syempre. Yung bawat pinopost and bawat pinapakita mo on social media, it's a big responsibility. And syempre, magiging accountable ka dun sa mga bawat pinapakita mo dun sa mga like followers mo or mga taong nilolook up to ka. So, isa lang sa madadagdag ko is talagang, yun nga, pakita mo lang din talaga kung sino ka. And syempre, yung gusto mo rin ipakita is yung mga bagay na talagang pinaniniwalaan mo with your like values and moral and everything. And talagang kailangan pag-isipan na mabuti before like really showing it. Kasi yun nga, ito talaga yung ng word kasi accountable ka dun sa mga taong makakakita nung bawat pinapost mo na words or actions or videos or photos. So, it's really a big responsibility. And being, yun nga, mag-inspire lang din ng mga tao na full of like positivity and ano mo yun, talagang mag-feel ng mga tao na nilook up to ka is like this person like encourage na-empower ako, na-encourage ako with this person. So yun talaga. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. One last question. Sorry, it's a question so a little personal because this is in a way introducing you or reintroducing you to your audience after the series. So with all that's happening, you guys are so good. Most of your influencers in social media with the pandemic and with how people are so opinionated and woke on social media. So in the shortest and the most sincere way, how do you define a kaibigan? Sorry, did you hear me? Sorry.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
It's funny because we all of our characters, we did a little video where we're supposed to define what it means to be a kaibigan or whatever. So, you know what? I think my answer is typically to be a true kaibigan is to be there for someone no matter what. Our kind of tagline is a friend loves at all times. Kaibigan ka ba? So that's kind of the essence of what it means to be a true friend. Is you have to be there for your friend no matter what, and that's what really it takes to be a true kaibigan. And you have to be a true kaibigan to tell someone that what they need to hear, not what they want to hear, but what they need to hear.
I guess that's it. And can alright.
Yeah, para sa akin, I think a real friend, is somebody who doesn't just love or be a friend in just in words, or for show, but someone who's a friend who loves with their actions and with their deeds. So yeah, just being there for others and just being sincere. Talaga.
Para sa akin, kaibigan is somebody, I think when I look at my friends and I look at the traits that I love about our friendship, it's that we listen and we see each other. And not in just that shallow way where, we listen to cuento and we see each other to hang out. It's more of, I listen to everything to really get to know who they are, so that I could understand the inner workings of their person, so that I could be the best friend that I could be for them. And so I think that's something that we don't get that often anymore because connection is kind of hard. It's funny because social media, it's supposed to be a lot easier, but actually finding real, genuine connection is difficult, but it has to be intentional. And so, looking at my friends, it's we choose to understand and we choose to see each other, and love each other even if.
Okay, so sa akin, mabilis lang. Siguro, for me, a true kaibigan is also an encourager talaga. Like, encourager. Sa mga friends niya or sa mga kaibigan niya is no matter what happens, is nandyan yung kaibigan mo to encourage you through thick and thin talaga. And through ups and downs. So, yun for me is a true kaibigan. So, hindi ko na papahabain dahil lahat po sinabi na nila.
Alright, nice answers, everybody, and congratulations on your new show. Thank you.
Thank you, Sir MJ. Thank you, everyone. Okay, so we are also on live stream in the Kaibigan the Series official YouTube, and the fans have been commenting. So this is going to be the last question for everyone. From Irish Chan, why do people need to watch Kaibigan the Series?
Because it's awesome. No. Yeah, well, it is awesome. I'm not gonna lie. It is pretty awesome. We watched it and we watched the first episode already, and it's so much fun. A lot of things you get out of it. But yeah, you want people watch TV for the most part, except if you're watching news. But maybe you want to watch news to be entertained as well. But people watch TV to be entertained, and that's what this series will do for you. But the best part about it is after you're gonna be entertained, you're really gonna get some real life lessons that you can apply, and you can hope, God willing, you can become a better person, and that's the real goal, to really become a better person through this, and to get some hope, get some inspiration. That's why you need to watch this. You're really gonna get some real life lessons that you can
Oh,
apply.
are we gonna answer? Okay, we're all gonna answer. Yeah, I feel like you need to watch this because, well, on a personal level, pleading, no. Because I've never believed in a project as much as, at least as I can think of now, as much as I believed in this one. Because I, no. Nice. No, I think it's really such a beautiful project because all of the stories are beautiful, not because they're perfect, but because they're real. And they're beautiful because it shows even the ugly sides of humanity, but it also shows how humanity can just be amazing. And I think bayanihan is something that we've seen this pandemic. And although it is an ugly situation, the whole pandemic and the whole lockdown situation, but we can't ignore the fact that Filipinos have never been more quote unquote beautiful because we see everybody going above and beyond to help one another, to pray for one another, to reach out to one another, to speak up for one another. And I feel like this is one of those series that showcase the beauty of a Filipino in different ways and in different types of Filipinos, even different social classes, different genders, and different personalities, different walks of life, where it's real. I think that's all I can say about it, and it's real and it's true, and I feel like it's something that we can be proud of, all of us.
Okay, so thank you, Jessie, Lee, Christian, and Janina. And for the press poll here, the Kaibigan this year also has a partnership with the Department of Education. So the series poll will be used as an official material for the Edukasyon sa Pagpapahalaga or Values Education Curriculum. And the DEP and External Partnerships Director is here po, Miss Adele. So Miss Adele, would you want to say something to the press lang po about it?
Good evening, everyone. Wow. Hearing from the cast of the Kaibigan series, the movie series seemed to be very amazing and fantastic, right? I would like to congratulate the Perkins family for coming up with this kind of movie series that depict good moral values for learners to watch, reflect, and apply in their real life situation. We have been working with the Perkins family and the Perkins Twins for the past 4 years. The Perkins Twins have been our youth ambassadors and have visited over 1,000 schools where they advocate no drugs, no smoking, no alcohol, no bullying, and purity. We fully support the efforts put forward by the Kaibigan series and are now discussing terms of partnership for this present project, Kaibigan series, with Perkins 5 Flicks. We commend, therefore, how Kaibigan series integrated good moral values into this series. The scripts of this Kaibigan series, for all you know, were reviewed by the Bureau of Curriculum Development relative to their alignment, relevance to the curriculum, especially with its minimum essential learning competencies, and the suitability to the learner's level of development. I'd like to inform everyone that these are the results of the review. This series, maybe or not maybe, are really possible for supplementary or not supplementary, maybe main materials for specific grade levels and may further enhance to process the 5 macro skills needed for the edukasyon sa pagpapakatao, such as understanding or pag-unawa, reflection or pagninilay, consult or pagsangguni, creating decision, that's pagpapasiya, and act, pagkilos. Another one is the contents of these scripts are really suitable to the learner's level of development, logically presented and organized. The content of the scripts also provide and communicate clear learning goals. So those are some of the findings I got from the Bureau of Curriculum Development Division. We would like to encourage, therefore, our teachers, our school heads, of course, our parents are also facilitating learning at their home, and of course, our learners to watch this Kaibigan series premiering on GMA 7 on December 5 at 8:45 in the morning. Once again, mga kapatid, congratulations and thank you for always partnering with DepEd, for always supporting DepEd. I love you. Twins Perkins. Good night, everyone.
Thank you, Miss Adele. So that's it So to close, would the cast want to invite our press and everyone to catch Kaibigan the series on GMA?
Yes, hello again everyone. Just wanted to say maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat for joining us this evening. I know all of you are very busy, so we really appreciate all of your time. And everyone who's watching this, kasi this is live stream pala. So hello everyone who's watching this. Thank you guys, and we hope that all of you are as excited as we are to watch Kaibigan the series. I promise you, you will enjoy it and you'll get something out of it as well. There's kilig, there's suspense, there's drama, there's humor. It's all in here, and I think Janina said this well on one of her posts. You're gonna have a new Kaibigan every Saturday morning, 8:45 on GMA. But also it's gonna be shown on YouTube. But check it out on GMA muna, December 5, 8:45. All right. Thank you.
Yay!
Okay, would the other cast want to invite everyone also?
Yeah, Kaibigan the series. Nasabi na po. Pero yeah, malapit na Kaibigan the series. So we're just so happy po and excited na maibahagi itong series na ito sa inyo, na itong series na to ay punong-puno ng magagandang storya and talagang marami po kayo mapupulot dito. Yun nga, sabi nga ni Jessie, love, kilig, comedy, suspense, lahat na lang pwede nyong isipin nandito po sa Kaibigan the series, and we are so happy po na malapit na itong mapanood ninyo. Every Saturday po, 8:45 a.m. sa GMA 7, and we're starting po on December 5. Ilang araw na lang po? 2 days, tama ba? 2 days. So talagang we're so excited, and napaka-speechless lang naming lahat dahil grabe lang yung work din and effort and talagang love na nilagay namin for this series. And sa lahat ng mga, thank you po sa lahat na nandito, sa ating mga media partners and press. Thank you po for your time. Yun nga po, alam po namin na you are so busy po, pero thank you po for the time. And sa lahat na nanonood sa live stream natin. Guys, thank you for joining us. And Kaibigan the series, December 5, 8:45 a.m. sa GMA.
Okay, thank you everyone. Salamat po. That ends our press con. So, Kaibigan the series po, 8:45 a.m. sa GMA. Thank you. Thanks, Jessica.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you po, everyone.
See you on Saturday.
Wait, picture.
Kaibigan Saturday. God bless.
Picture daw? Picture. Okay. Uy, matching na tayo, guys. So,
Sana nandun.
kahit yung jackets natin matching.
Everyone po turn on their video. Or the forecast po muna. Forecast po muna for the picture. Okay, 1, 2. Okay, press po. Please turn on your video. Everyone po, let's have a picture.
All of us. Do we have Sana, all of us?
Somebody,
Wala ba? Nakapost si Jessie. Si Kristen.
to go now.
Okay, picture everybody.
Thank you.
Amazing. I wish I could.
Okay po, everyone here. 1, 2.